Welcome back to The Take. Thank you for tuning in. Before I go any further, please subscribe, like the channel, The Take Sports Video Podcast. Thank you to all of our viewers so far in helping us get this channel going and this podcast to be an early success. I have a live studio audience today. Christian's behind the camera, as well as my friend Jack. Got three buddies together who grew up trying to make something happen. Jack helped us out with our audio, so I hope that I sound a lot better and a lot more clear for our viewers. Want to go right into it. I'm a god. I'm very good at what I do and how I predict things. Lakers in 5. That worked. Heat in 6. I told you that was going to happen. Now we have Heat Lakers in this NBA Finals. It starts tonight, Game 1. I know we're going to say a lot of people have been watching all in LeBron with AD and, the rest of the Oompa Loompa crowd with Rondo and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and Alex Caruso. Who are these people? We know who these people are. But I really like the Miami Heat. Jimmy Butler, Goran Dragic, Bam Adebayo, Jay Crowder, and the man Tyler Hero. I think that the Heat as a unit are overall, they work. I think just in terms of the way Eric Spoelstra works his rotation, it works. I think that the Heat's second unit is better than the Lakers. I said it a few weeks ago. I thought if the Clippers beat the Nuggets and we're going to face the Lakers in that Western Conference Finals, I like the Clippers just because the Clippers were deeper with their second unit. You had two, six man of the year with Lou and Montrezl Harrell. So to be honest, I think the Heat are way deeper. They have better playmakers with Iguodala, Hero, even giving you a few minutes, Kelly Olynyk and Kendrick Nunn, guys like that. For the Lakers, you have JaVale McGee and Rondo and Alex Caruso and Markieff Morris. I don't like that. Come on. I don't like it. But here's the key to the series. And one of it's LeBron James. Of course it's LeBron James. Here's the thing. I bet the Heat for value. I bet the Heat to win the series at plus 300, 40 to win 150. Get a little value, a little possible change in your pocket. But I think it's hard to see LeBron James giving this series away to the Miami Heat. Having Anthony Davis, you can say what you want. Last series, AD really carried the team. Hit the game winner. Blah 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 blah. LeBron James still gave you a game 5 of 38 points, 16 boards, and 10 assists. He gave you a triple-double. Thanks for playing. That's what LeBron said. Thanks, Denver. Thanks for playing. He's still the best player on the court. He's the best player in the world right now. And for LeBron, as he usually does, and this is one of Nick's best bets later on in the show, LeBron's going to facilitate. He's going to be a pass-first guy in these first few games, as he usually is, I feel, in game ones, especially if the Heat play a zone, as they did a lot against the Celtics. LeBron's going to find the open man. He's going to dribble drive, pass out. He's going to hope that Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and Rajon Rondo and Danny Green make these shots. KCP and Green were absolutely abysmal in the Western Conference Finals. But again, when you have LeBron and AD scoring over 60 points a night, it might get the job done. Second point, I think, is bench points. Like I said, Heat have a deeper squad. You had Hero with 37 2 games ago against the Celtics as the game leading scorer. Iguodala came off the bench in Game 6, 15 points, 4 for 4 from behind the arc. If the Heat can outscore the Lakers bench by a big margin, they're going to keep this game close at all times. Bam was giving you over 20 a game. Dragic was averaging 20 points a game against the Celtics. Jay Crowder couldn't hit the broadside of a barn against the Celtics. Polar opposite what he was shooting against the Pacers and the Bucks. But bench-wise, if Eric Spoelstra rotates as he's been and has good defense and can have Hero facilitate the point with Iggy, and if you give him Goran or even Butler some time off, you're feeding Bam inside. Hero can come off some screens, even though he starts, but even a guy like Duncan Robinson can hit shots on fire very quick. Number 3 is transition defense. Lakers are going to try and score in transition as much as possible. And I think that's a big reason why we didn't see Anthony Davis have really any rebounds. He let LeBron get every rebound, and LeBron just going, all the way down the court. He's giving you a huge baseball pass. AD goes, thanks very much, lays it in. It's easy points. And so I think that as soon as LeBron comes down with a board, and here's what, the great storyline of, Spoelstra coached, LeBron with the Heat. He has a game plan. You think he has a game plan. If, if Spoelstra should tell them anything, as soon as LeBron gets a board on the defensive end, you got to say, hey, you have to be up on defense. Because as soon as he rebounds, he's looking for a long pass to Davis or through the outlet. So transition defense is going to be key. And even for both teams, I think because the Heat are very good defensively, Crowder, Iggy, Dragic, guys like that can definitely poke away steals and run, a 3-on-1 fast break. And then 4 is going to be rebounding. They won in 5, effortlessly, just because I think Vogel decided to play Dwight big minutes, and he was like, all right, you're getting our boards. AD obviously ain't getting us boards. A guy like JaVale McGee, if the Heat out-rebound the Lakers, they're going to win. You're going to have more second chance points with Bam giving you offensive rebound numbers. Crowder gives you very good rebounding numbers, as well as Butler, keeping possessions alive. And the more the ball's with Miami and less in LeBron James' hands, Miami's going to be they're going to be in a very good shape. People are underestimating this team. Bam, Butler, Hero, Crowder, Dragic, Iguodala, the former Finals MVP. Do we see something from a few years ago when Spoelstra puts Iggy on LeBron? Who knows? Who knows how many minutes Iguodala is going to actually get with that rotation? Overall, I'll give you the pick right now. Heat in 6. Heat in 6. Say that right. And then you can tell me I'm wrong, in a week or two. Doesn't matter. I'm taking the Heat. They've been fun to watch. I don't want the Lakers to win. Don't want to rob. I like riding the underdog. This Heat team is very undervalued, very unappreciated. Jimmy Buckets, lead us home, baby. To the diamond we go, and MLB playoffs are in full swing. Yesterday, we saw all of the American League play. Saw the Yankees absolutely destroy the soon-to-be AL Cy Young Award winner Shane Bieber. Rays went up ahead 1-0 on Toronto. A really good pitching job by Blake Snell. Struck out 9 5 2/3. White Sox 1-0. They won yesterday against Oakland. Lucas Giolito had a perfect game through 6 innings. Looked absolutely marvelous with his stuff. He struck out 8. And then the Astros, they went into Minnesota and they stole game 1. Bases loaded, 2 out. Chopper to Polanco at short. Tries to go to second. They throw that ball away. The Astros end up winning 4-1. Minnesota has now lost 17 straight playoff games. 17 straight playoff games. Sad. That's tough. Very tough. And I still don't think it gets any better today. I think that Houston's going to come in and win 2. And they're going to be that under 500 team that no one expected to do anything. They're not the they're not the same old Astros. They're not the 2017 Astros. Cheating, blah, blah, say what you want, whatever. Not the same team. Altuve, Springer, Bregman, all of them not hitting, over the course of the season. were hitting all under 300. Couldn't get anything going. They ended up under 500 team. 29-31. Stinks. But it got him to the second AL West spot because the Rangers and Angels stunk. But full slate today. Every game is going on today. All 16 teams are playing. Cincinnati, Atlanta is the first game. They are going on right now. Headed to the bottom of the first, 0-0. That's Trevor Bauer against Max Fried. You know, Trevor Bauer is probably the NL Cy Young. Not DeGrom. I know. It stinks. You're not getting 3 in a row. But this series for me is very much up in the air. Cincinnati has the pitching. Atlanta has the offense. Atlanta probably has the MVP. Like I said, Cincinnati might have the Cy Young. But I think for me, it's experience. It's Brian Snitker, the manager of the Braves, knowing how to get through a series like this. And yet, although it might be different, best of 3, and you know they lost Soroka. And yep, there's my phone. And awesome. They lost Soroka, but Fried is really a legitimate stud. Although their starters outside of Fried have been absolutely abysmal. I like Atlanta. I like Atlanta in 3. I think a lot of these series in the NL are going to go, most of them are going to go 3 games. The AL, though, I see more 2-game series, which is funny. So like I said, we got Cincinnati at Atlanta. 1 o'clock is Houston, Minnesota. I think Houston pulls that off. Jose Urquidy gets the start for Houston against Jose Barrios. I like Urquidy. He's got World Series experience. He's got real playoff experience. Although it's only his second year in the league, he's had the pressure and he's come through. 5 innings last year in the World Series against the Nats. Got a W. And I'm sure it'll be kind of like a split like they did with Greinke and Valdez. Dusty Baker might go with Urquidy and then Javier. And then, you know, if that doesn't work, he has Lance McCullers lined up for Game 3. So the Astros are in a very good position right now. I think they win today. If they don't, I still like them in Game 3. The Twins had to have Game 1, and they didn't get it with Maeda, who is top 3 Cy Young guy this year, behind Bieber and behind a guy like, I don't even know the second guy. I'm blanking my head. But Maeda is 100% going to get Cy Young type of votes. Third game, Miami-Chicago. I like Chicago in 3. I think Miami does get a game out of this series. Young team, young kids. They're just playing baseball. They're having fun. And they ended up a few games over 500. They snuck in. They got a spot as the second NL East team. I mean, Miami hasn't lost the playoff series. Although I think they're going to, they have yet to lose a playoff series when they're in. When they're in, they win the World Series. I don't think a World Series happens this year. But again, crazier things have happened. I still like Chicago in this series. Hendricks goes against Sandy Alcantara. Hendricks has been a stud all year. I think that continues. Although, really, the Cubs' offense has been abysmal. He had Javi Baez batting 199 for the entire season. Rizzo hasn't done much. Bryant just came back off the IL prior to the season ending. So, a lot of question marks up for that Cubs defense. But again, experience for this. It's a veteran team that's done it before. They've won. So, even with a young manager in Ross, David Ross was part of that World Series team as a player. I think they get the job done. First real upset, because I feel like the Minnesota-Houston one isn't so much of an upset with experience. I think the big upset here is the White Sox against Oakland A's. White Sox won yesterday. Big win with Giolito. Dallas Keuchel on the mound. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but this also to do with experience. Dallas Keuchel, former Cy Young Award winner on the Astros, has that playoff pedigree to him. I like the White Sox in 2. I think they get by. Their offense is lethal. They crushed left-handers. They did it again yesterday. Jose Abreu homered. Grandal homered. Their pitching was phenomenal. After Giolito, their bullpen, great. I think they win quick in 2. Another one, Tampa Bay, I think they win quick in 2. It's the only matchup that has same division teams right now. Toronto, Tampa, very familiar with each other. You know, it's the only matchup where they've played each other already this season. Snell was really good against Toronto, shut them down. Tyler Glasnow, he's on the bump. I could see 4 or 5 solid innings from Glasnow and then Kevin Cash giving it to the bullpen and them running with it. Same thing that they did with Snell yesterday. Snell didn't go 6, but he gave it to the bullpen, and they were absolutely amazing. St. Louis, San Diego, I like St. Louis in 3. Although the Padres' offense is amazing, you have Tatis, Myers, Hosmer. They don't have Clevenger, and they don't have the possible Cy Young, Dinelson Lamet. They're losing. They have all their stud pitching gone. Chris Paddock is on the hill for Game 1. Again, I like the Cardinals for experience. I think Yadier Molina is still a factor. He still leads this pitching squad, and you got guys like Paul Goldschmidt, All-Star. Colton Wong's been there. There's a lot of pieces in this Cardinals team that they just snuck in, even after all the COVID stuff. I like them in 3. Last 2, Yankees in 2. Cleveland, I think, had to have that Game 1 with Bieber on the hill. Now, although I like Carrasco and Plesac for 2 and 3 head-to-head against Tanaka and Happ, Tanaka's been an absolute stud in the playoffs. Sub-2 ERA. Tanaka's been everything the Yankees could have wanted. His 7-year deal expires after this season. Who knows? This could be the last start that Tanaka makes in a Yankees uniform. He's hoping that he has a good outing, and they go to the ALDS. Yankees in 2. And then the nightcap, it's kind of chalk. I think the Dodgers win in 2 easy. The Brewers, in my opinion, have no business being in the playoffs. Their team stinks. Their ace, Corbin Burns, who, again, in the running for Cy Young, got hurt after that last start on Saturday before the regular season ended against the Cardinals. He's out. They got Bruce Sutter starting, and then for the Dodgers, they got lined up. They got Walker Buehler, Clayton Kershaw. So Dodgers in 2. A lot of baseball today, from 12 to 7. And then after all that's done, you got the NBA Finals Game 1, like we just talked about earlier. So what's today? Wednesday, September 30th. Lots of sports. Lots of baseball. A basketball game to look forward to. This is The Take. We'll be right back. I hope you really didn't think that the NFL season was going to go unscathed with, COVID, all this will be fine. It only took till week 3, and the Titans and Steelers game has been postponed for Sunday. One Titans player, a handful of Titan personnel tested positive for COVID, so that Titans-Steelers game has been postponed as of right now, and remains possible that Monday or Tuesday could be a makeup date for that game. So hopefully they can get this game in within the week. That their schedule does not get pushed back, but they have to redo this game or play this game down the line. That wouldn't be great for anyone. To New York football, and like I said it last week, the Jets stink, the Giants stink, and the Bills are good. I told you the Bills would be 3-0. They didn't disappoint. They're 3-0. They beat the Rams in a great game, although the Bills almost blew it. They almost did in Atlanta Falcons, and they almost allowed the Rams to march back 28-3. The score was 28-3. That was the Super Bowl score, right? Yeah. Bills are 3-0. They're the best team in New York. The Giants and the Jets lost by combined 62 points. And the 49ers are 2-0 in New York, back-to-back. They played the Jets last week, the Giants this week. They're 2-0. They have more wins in New York than the Giants or Jets have combined on the season. God, they're so bad. It's almost like it's comedic, right? I'm laughing in pain. It's almost like, hey, we're a Jet fan, you're a Giant fan. Just bet against them. Just put your mortgage on it. They stink. They are so bad. I don't have another adjective to give you. And the Giants are different. You got Joe Judge, and They've played some competitive football, but holy shit, the Jets are so bad. Adam Gase, if they lose to the Broncos on Thursday, tomorrow, 2-0-3 teams at home to the Denver Broncos and their third-string quarterback, you gotta fire Adam Gase. It's over. It's over. Sam Darnold looks like garbage. He has no one to throw to. Throw me out there, I'd be the number one receiver. Yeah, like I said last week, you have a run game that includes a 65-year-old Frank Gore and Kalen Ballage because Le'Veon's out, Crowder's been out. You have no one. You have absolutely no one. You traded Jamal Adams. You did all that. You got some picks. You got some good players. Marcus May is the only good player in the defense. Mikael Becton's the only good offensive weapon, and he's on the offensive line as your left tackle. Oh, my God. It is so infuriating to try and root for this team year in and year out. Especially that it's year 3 of Sam Darnold. And after year 3, you're going, all right, do we have something with this guy? I can't even evaluate him after year 3 right now. He's been thrown to Chris Hogan. Chris Hogan and what's his name? Like Barrios? Oh, my God. Chris Herndon's a ghost on the field right now. He was the number 1 target at one point. But with that all being said, I like the Jets Thursday. I kind of do. I kind of like the Jets Thursday at +2 right now. I mean, you have to be bad to be the underdog at home against the Broncos with their third-string quarterback. If they don't win Thursday, Adam Gase, you sorry sack of shit, you are out of here. I don't want to hear anything. Make Greg Williams the interim head coach. It's so frustrating. It's so bad. So frustrating. Well, now that that's over, and I got it all out, I'm done talking about the Jets. Let's talk about good football and what I saw. Some good football teams playing good football, good quarterbacks having good games, and MVP-type seasons already through 3 weeks. And that's Pat Mahomes and Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson continues to be the most underrated talent in the NFL, underappreciated. Dude threw for 5 touchdowns. 5 touchdowns, 3 to Tyler Lockett, 1 to Metcalf. Should have had 2 to Metcalf. If Metcalf caught one, he was going around, he had the ball out. They slapped it out of his hand. They fumbled through the end zone. Touchback, you stink. Idiot. He'll never do that again. DK Metcalf. But Russell was throwing dimes. And another thing of this game, a lot of fans going, Dak can't do it, blah, blah, blah. Dak Prescott has been phenomenal the first 3 weeks of the season. He's kept you in games. I mean, if you put up over 30 points in 3 straight games, you should be winning them. They snuck out the win against Atlanta. They had a chance to win this game against Seattle. I mean, at what point is this Cowboys defense going to do anything and make a stop? I'm really annoyed about people and their criticisms on these players. Sometimes it's, they have the right to be criticized, and some people don't. Why don't you got to pay the man. You pay Dak Prescott. But no, you paid Zeke Elliott instead. You paid Zeke Elliott in a running back, expendable. We've seen this, expendable. And then on Monday night, Lamar Jackson couldn't hold Pat Mahomes' jock. First drive, you saw it. First drive, nice. They take the lead. The Ravens take the lead. You're going, all right, up tempo, run game looked good. Lamar ran for over 30, 40 yards in that first drive. Then nothing. Patrick Mahomes went, listen here, Chief. You might be the reigning MVP, but I also have one of those. And I have a Super Bowl MVP. And you've never beat me before. So he decides, I'm going to throw for like 280 in the first half. I'm going to have 4 touchdowns. He's going, rank me NFL, rank me number 4 in the league. I dare you. He's number 1 and number 2 in this league right now. And it goes to show, if you watch the game, Chiefs defense, I think, is a very underrated unit. And I think a lot of people thought that the Ravens defense was going to stop the Chiefs and Mahomes. The Ravens defense didn't have an answer for this offense. Chiefs went, Andy Reid went, we're going to screen you till you die. Screen pass. We're going to do a little underhanded shuffle to Sherman, the fullback, to get a touchdown. Mahomes ran one in. First score, by the way. Mahomes, this is a little good tidbit. Plus 1,800, Mahomes to score first in that game. Pretty good odds. That's value. Anyway, you can't tell me a team. The Ravens, to me right now, frauds. The Chiefs are the best. There's no better team right now than the Chiefs. It's like power rankings. You go Chiefs 1. Who gives a shit after that? The Bills are up there. The Pats and the Bills, they are competitive. But you ain't stopping this Chiefs defense and offense right now. No, you ain't. Lamar couldn't. Lamar can't buy a win. Also, Lamar couldn't throw a pass if his receiver was the ocean. They trailed. Like that's the whole thing, and they said it early in the broadcast. If the Ravens were gonna have a chance in this game, it was with a lead. As soon as they fell behind, and they did it last time they faced the Chiefs, their offense went completely flat. They went away from their entire game plan. Lamar Jackson needed a reminder that, hey, buddy, quarterbacks throw the football to their receivers. Every third and long. That's another thing with the game plan and how Andy Reid completely outcoached John Harbaugh. 3rd and 14, Chiefs have a plan, and they're going, we're getting this first down. Doesn't matter. Cool. 3rd and 14, Ravens couldn't convert anything. Chiefs are the best team in this league. It's not even close. It's without a doubt. I hope you've been watching. They are miles. They're miles ahead of any team right now in the NFL. That's why I'd love to see it. Right now, I think it's like in each conference, it's Seattle and the Chiefs. I'd love to see the top 2 quarterbacks in the league go at it. But and this could be because of no preseason. Not a lot of reps, things like that. Chiefs are out firing. On fire. Hottest team. Number 1 power ranking. This is the take. Knicks best bets. Week 3. I only have a few plays, but I like them. I like these 2 plays. Like I mentioned earlier when we were talking NBA, I like LeBron James over 8.5 assists. If the Heat are playing zone, which I think they're going to, I think LeBron's going to facilitate, throw it around, get hit. I think he's going to get double-digit assists. We only need 9 at 8.5, but I think he gives you 10 or 11. He's going to be dishing, and he probably only scores, I want to say, low 20s this game. Again, he might give you a triple-double. He's a threat to do that every time he's out there. But LeBron, 8.5 assists. And then one MLB play I like. There's a ton of games. Like I said, there's 8 games going on today. But I like a little parlay action. I like Dodgers, moneyline parlayed with the Rays. I think Tampa Bay gets it done in 2. I think the Dodgers come out taking the 1-0 lead against the Brewers in this Wild Card Series. Pays out for plus 150. Put 100, win 150. So those are the only 2 plays. I like that. I think good value with having just a 2-team baseball money line parlay, and then LeBron over 8.5 assists. I'll tell you, like I said, I did a futures. I had the Heat winning the series at plus 300. I put that down. It's locked in. 54, 140, something like that. Just saying. For value, even if you don't think the Lakers are going to win, for value purposes, I think the Heat are going to give the Lakers a run for their money, and it's going to be a very good series. Like I said, I think the Heat win 6. Probably, it could be 7. Could be 7. He'd still win this series. Plus 300. Take the value bet. Nick's best bets. And just want to thank everyone for tuning in to The Take this week. Reminder, please like, subscribe. Show your friends. Tell your friends about the channel, about the podcast. Thank you so much. Big shout out to Jack Redsacker for fixing our audio. Big shout out to Ryan Bukowski for all of our graphics. We're looking professional. Shout out to Christian Cabrera for the set, all of the lights, the camera, everything we got going. I'm just the voice. That's it. That's all I do. I give you the sports. I give you the takes. I give you my voice. All this isn't possible without these other 3 gentlemen, so I appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in this week. We'll see you again on Wednesday. This is The Take.